Follow along with me on a journey through how I like to trade Bollinger Bands, one of my favorite indicators. I got a deep love for the Bollinger Bands. There's certain ways I like to trade it, and you can utilize these trading methods using the free built-in NinjaTrader indicators. This is a Bollinger Band with a period of 20, standard deviation of 2. This is the middle line, this magenta line, and the upper and lower bands are the pink and blue dashed lines. We're coming up to the open. I'm just playing around on some playback data. I practice trade all the time. One of the best ways to improve your trading. I always trade just during the same time frames that I trade during normal live trading hours, which is the first hour and a half of the market open. So we're open. Price is going up here. We got VWAP. This is the VWAP up here. Probably going to hold it up there. I usually like to see the candle close before I make any major trading decisions. This is the NQ 1 minute chart. So we got a blue candle. That means price closed above, out of the Bollinger range, either above the upper Bollinger, or I got these pink candles for when it closes below. This feature is not included in the built-in NinjaTrader. This is an indicator from NINZA called Superior Bollinger. It gives you a lot of different customizable options, like changing the bar color. You can get some markers. You can print colored clouds above and below the median line, all kinds of different things. Shrink down the chart as we're getting ready for the price action of the New York Open here. So now we're back to a regular colored candle because we've closed back within the range of the Bollinger Band. So when this happens, I'm looking for a potential reversal, kind of like back here. We're outside of the range for these 3 candles, and then we close back in the Bollinger Bands. And when we close back in the Bollinger Bands, I'm looking for a retest of the center line, depending on what some of the other market conditions are like. Back here you see we broke out, got a blue candle, and we close back in, candles return to normal color, and we get a retest of that center line. Another way I like to trade this, when we get the initial breakout above or below the Bollinger Band, can signify the start of a strong trend move in one direction or the other. We're below VWAP, we're below the center of the opening range so far that's still forming. We also had this candle close below this low, so the previous 2 lows, this candle closed below. So that's one way I'll trade it. Get some initial momentum there. We didn't have anything in our way. When we were breaking out up here, we still had VWAP in the way. When we were breaking out down here, we were below the 20 SMA, below the lower Bollinger Band, below VWAP. So when we close below the Bollinger Band and then come back in, something else I like to do is wait for confirmation that we might actually be reversing. So one of the confirmation tools I use is a linear regression. This gold line is a 20-period linear regression. So when we cross above, that's what's painting the candle colors. I'm using the moving average crossover indicator from NINZA. Makes the charts pretty. I can see the trend very easily. Green candles for up, red candles for down. But once we come back into the Bollinger range here, and then we get a cross above the 20 linear regression line, I'm more interested in a retest of the center line again. When I see a candle like this that's just wicking right off of this 20 linear regression, good sign we're going up. The other indicator that I have on here is the TDI Pro from NINZA. Oldie but goodie. I've had it for a long time. I just broke it out again. Been playing around with it. These are factory settings, but It's crushing it so far today. We got a TDI signal there as we were breaking below the 20. dropped down 25 points. Got a TDI signal to the upside as we're closing above the 20 SMA again. Got a nice 15-point move up. VWAP still holding for the moment. Got the trend change to being bullish, but wouldn't be interested in any long trades until this broke above VWAP. But you can see you could have the Bollinger indicator, the built-in version from NinjaTrader. You'd have the upper band line, the middle band line, and the lower band line. And you can tell when price breaks out below the lower Bollinger Band and when it closes back in. You can plot a built-in linear regression line with a period of 20 using the free built-in NinjaTrader indicators, and you can wait for confirmation when price moves above or below the linear regression line. But dang, look at this chart. It's sexy. These colors, they're nice to look at. Makes trading a more pleasurable experience. Easier on the eyes. So we're getting a nice hold up here at VWAP, coming down to the 20. See if we reject here or break through. Had a nice bounce right off of the 20. Both the linear regression and the SMA were right at the same spot there, making that level extra strong. I'm also looking at when the linear regression crosses below the 20 SMA as well. Just as added confirmation of potential slightly longer term trends. But that's the basics. Trading the initial power moves, breakouts above and below the Bollinger Bands, and then taking the reversal trades when price closes back within the Bollinger Bands, usually just up to the center line. And when I want to play it extra safe, wait for a cross above or below the linear regression line as well. This TDI Pro indicator is the trader's dynamic index. It's not included with NinjaTrader for some reason. That was one of the reasons that I got this indicator from NINZA. And like all the other NINZA indicators, I can do all these extra customizations on it and get it to print these fancy signals for me. So we've just been bouncing between VWAP and the 20 SMA so far. Getting lots of wicks on these candles. So I'd be looking for a breakout above VWAP or a breakdown below the 20 SMA. Also got the center of the opening range. Would like to see it below there as well. And when I say a breakout above VWAP, I want to see a close. I want to see a candle close above VWAP, not just a little poke. Here we had a really nice rejection right off of VWAP. 10 points there. Still in the range, just waiting. When you're doing your market replay practice, I definitely recommend only practicing during the hours that you normally would be trading. And I definitely recommend practicing in just the regular 1x time frame. Don't speed it up. Just trade it in real time, so you have to experience what patience feels like and how you would actually trade it in the real live markets. So we got another TDI signal to the downside. We're breaking below the 20. See if we get a close below the center of the opening range here. Got our close below center of the opening range, close below the 20 SMA, which is also the center of the Bollinger Bands. So don't want to see price go above this candle here. Looking to target the lower Bollinger Band, a couple ticks above. The trend is down, we're below the 20 period linear regression, and we're below VWAP. I want as many things in my favor on my side as possible without being too over analytical about things. Center of the opening range is holding. We broke down below and now it's acting as resistance. I'm probably going to speed up the video just for the sake of the people watching it, but when you're doing your own market replay testing, definitely recommend just playing it at actual speed. There we get our target, touch the lower Bollinger Band here. So I'm always checking out these levels. I'm noticing we're at the lower Bollinger Band, wondering if we're going to reject off of that or break through, keep going lower. Take it candlestick by candlestick and constantly looking back to the left to see prior highs and lows. So we just got a nice rejection off the lower Bollinger Band here. Now I'm looking at the center of the opening range. We got the 20 SMA up here too. Then I'm always looking at just basic price action, looking at this big wick on this candle. See if we break below the lower Bollinger Band and the previous lows, how far can we go? I've also just got this 1 minute chart up for basic demonstration, but I'm always looking at different time frames as well. Got a 60-minute chart and a 5-minute chart up as well on the NASDAQ when I'm trading. Even when I'm trading in market replay, I've just got this big window open because it's easier to see when I'm making these videos. I'm also always looking at whole numbers. We're right at 17,900. So far we're getting a little rejection there at whole number. We had a nice big full-bodied candle break below the Bollinger Bands here. See, we got the pink candle. I'm just looking at this candle size compared to the rest of them. This candle's way bigger than a lot of the previous candles. Figured we have enough juice to get a little bit further. This candle wicking right off of the lower Bollinger Band here, but still in a major downtrend. But if I'm patient, waiting for confirmation of the next move, here we get a close above the linear regression line. Short-term trends turning up. Get one of these magical TDI signals to the upside. We get a nice 10-point bounce up there. I'm looking at this candle with the big wick, thinking it might not get too far. We're right at whole number again there too. This TDI indicator's been crushing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winning TDI signals that went for at least 10 points each. Some a lot more. I'm sure you can get the TDI indicator free on some other platforms. You can check it out if you want to play around with it. And the Bollinger Bands, linear regression. If you want to make your chart as beautiful as this one, I've got the moving average crossover, I've got the superior Bollinger, and I've got the TDI Pro. All three of those from NINZA. There's a link in the description, and if you use code MonkeyMan, you get the best price no matter what. Even if they're having a crazy sale, using code MonkeyMan will give you an additional percentage off. Either way, I hope you got some good ideas for your own trading. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.